All right, so in this video, I'm going to cover the 10-minute plan, and I'll tell you exactly what that is. So the 10-minute plan, just quick background, is something that I learned really by hanging around with lots of multimillionaires and the most successful people, the most successful coaches, experts. What I noticed is that being around them, they all had a they could do these calculations. You know, they would know exactly how many clients they need. They would know exactly how much their lifestyle costs. They had unusual clarity, as opposed to what I notice is in teaching, in coaching newbies and coaching people that weren't very successful, they did not have this, they did not have the clarity. They had never done the math. So really the 10-minute plan the value in the planning is what it does to our mind. So really the purpose of the 10-minute plan is to do this sort of back of the napkins, once a week, sit down once a week and be able to, really do this on a back of a napkin, back of an envelope, quick piece of paper, and be able to plan out, okay, what is the exact roadmap to my goal? How many clients do I need? And really what that gives us is clarity. What are the steps I need to take? So the first thing we need to figure out before we actually do the 10-minute plan is figure out what is your average client value. So a little exercise that I want you to do is fill this out, which is, what is the, and sort of assume that you've sold 10 products, right? So what is the value? What is your core product? Like we went over in the Elegant Business Model, what is that core product? You're selling $5,000 coaching package. You're selling, 50,000 done for 50K done for you stuff. Is it a 997 online program? What is it that you're selling? Times that by 10. Then from there, figure out, okay, how many you upsell and what's the price of your back end if you have one. Again, if you don't have a back end, then your average client value is just that first thing. It's $5,000. Any of the product for prospects, I would not calculate in this calculation because, again, product for prospects, I consider those self-liquidating offers, meaning really our mindset should be, we don't want to make money on these things that are, less, we want to use that to acquire more customers, right? We want to use the, if we have a 297 program, we want to use that to pay for the traffic. So we break even on the traffic. So, okay. So if we look at this example here, here's just the calculations that you would run through to figure out your average client value. So let's assume we sell 10, right? So let's say we're selling a group coaching program for $5,000. Let's say it's a 3-month, 90-day group coaching program with some curriculum. You choose $5,000. You sell 10 of them. That's $50,000. Let's say on average, 2 out of the 10 will upsell. So and you have a mastermind, that's $25,000. So the 2 times 25,000, that's going to give you 50,000. So the grand total, 50,000 times 50,000 equals 100,000. Again, $100,000 divided by 10 is 10,000. So your average client value is 10,000. Then we bring it to the 10-minute plan, which is your goal divided by your average client value. That's going to give you how many sales. You're going to enter in your sales conversion. How many are you converting? Then how many leads do you need by the year and the week? And then what are the 90-day tasks that guarantee those number of leads? And then what are the daily rituals that ensure that you take those 90-day tasks? So again, the goal, that's going to come from your perfect day exercise, and again, the reason why, sometimes I like to throw the reason why on there is, what are the reasons why you just don't want to have this arbitrary number of 520,000 like I have on here. You want to know specifically, based off that perfect day, based off how much you want your lifestyle to look like costs, so that you get an exact number. And then from there, let's just say it was 520,000. And your reason is, you want to you want to take your kids to Disney for a vacation. You want to live, in a nice house. You would drive certain cars, and let's just say it comes out to $520,000 a year is what you need. So we'd figure that out. What is that per week? It's $10,000 per week you need in your business. If your average client value is $10,000, we know on the front end, because every client we get is worth $10,000 based off of that previous calculation, we need to make 52 sales for the year, which means we need to make 1 sale per week. Let's say we convert on the phone 1 in 4, 25%. That means we need to have 208 conversations or 4 conversations a week if we're running this business model. So again, the numbers become very manageable. So then it becomes, okay, what can I do right now to have 4 conversations a week, right? And then you would list out the tasks that you need to do over the next 90 days. It could be create a client getting funnel. Could be launch, a new set of Facebook ads. Could be ask for 3 referrals a week so you can have conversations that way. Talk to 5 JV partners to promote your product for prospects. It could be one webinar a week to your list to generate those 4 conversations. Again, 4 conversations is not a lot. So you really want to get the tasks and then hit the leads per week that you need. And then it's like, what are the daily rituals? Well, I spend 2 hours a day, uninterrupted, phone off, classical music going, 2 hours a day on marketing, and then we do 1 hour a day of building relationships with JVs, speaking out, emailing people. If we build those rituals of doing that, then guess what? We're going to be much more likely to actually do these 90-day tasks. So that's sort of the 10-minute plan. And as you could see, instead of like going into your week, like, what do I need to do to hit this crazy goal? We now know we need to get 4 conversations if we're using, a sales call. Or if we got a sales guy, we need to know we need to give him 4. So we need to give him 4 calls, which might mean 6 applications. So then it's like, what do we do every day, to start generating these leads to then send to that salesperson, right? Or if it's you doing the calls yourself at first, what do I need to do to get in a conversation with 4 qualified prospects, right? And then that becomes our marketing, because guess what? We can't do the fulfillment unless we have sales, right? So even if you're a coach, we can't do, if you're a health coach, you can't even do health coaching unless you make the sale, So, but then again, you can't do the sale unless you do marketing. So that's why marketing is always senior. So we need to be focused on this marketing stuff so that we can have the opportunities to make the sale, which then gives us the opportunity to deliver our gifts to the world, to do our health coaching. So the 10-minute plan, really helpful. You guys should, at the end of this, know your elegant business model and have this 10-minute plan in front of you, so then we can start to work and do the work to then start to hit your income goals. So with that said, I will see you guys later.